Ladies and gentlemen, it is often said that success is not built overnight. It is the result of small, consistent actions taken every single day. Today, I want to share with you 10 small habits that will change your life forever, inspired by the timeless wisdom of Jim Rohn, a man who transformed millions of lives with his philosophy on personal development. Success is not an overnight event. It is the result of small, consistent actions that compound over time. Many people believe that life-changing transformations require massive efforts or drastic changes, but in reality it is the small everyday habits that determine the trajectory of our lives. Jim Rohn, a legendary motivational speaker and personal development coach, often emphasized that success is simply the result of a few simple disciplines practiced consistently. The truth is that everything we do on a daily basis adds up. Every small decision we make either moves us closer to success or further away from it. The problem most people face is that they underestimate the power of small habits because they don't see immediate results. When you start exercising for 5 minutes a day, you won't see a six-pack overnight. When you read 10 pages of a book today, you won't suddenly become a genius. When you save a small percentage of your income, you won't become a millionaire tomorrow. However, when these habits are repeated consistently over months and years, they create incredible results. Jim Rohn often compared habits to planting seeds. When you plant a seed today, you don't expect a tree to grow tomorrow. But if you water it, nurture it, and give it enough time, it will eventually grow into something strong and lasting. The same principle applies to personal development. Small habits, when nurtured consistently, lead to massive success over time. Unfortunately, many people abandon good habits too early because they don't see instant gratification. This is where patience and faith in the process become crucial. One of the reasons small habits are so powerful is that they shape our identity. Every action we take is a vote for the type of person we are becoming. If you exercise every day, even for a few minutes, you start to see yourself as a fit and active person. If you read every day, you begin to identify as someone who is knowledgeable and continuously learning. If you wake up early and plan your day, you see yourself as a disciplined and productive person. The more we reinforce these small actions, the stronger our identity becomes. And once our identity aligns with our goals, success becomes inevitable. Another key factor in the power of small habits is the compound effect. The compound effect is the idea that small improvements made consistently will accumulate and multiply over time, leading to extraordinary results. Imagine improving yourself by just 1% every day. That seems insignificant at first, but over a year, that tiny daily improvement results in being 37 times better than where you started. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day, the decline is just as dramatic. This is why small habits, whether good or bad, have such a powerful impact. They don't just add up, they multiply. This concept applies to every area of life. If you want to be physically healthy, it's not about extreme diets or intense workouts done once in a while. It's about the small daily habits of eating nutritious foods, staying active, and getting enough sleep. If you want to be financially successful, it's not about winning the lottery or making one lucky investment. It's about consistently saving, budgeting, and making wise financial decisions. If you want to be more knowledgeable, it's not about cramming information overnight. It's about reading, learning, and applying new knowledge every day. However, small habits work both ways. Just as good habits can lead to success, bad habits can lead to failure. The danger with bad habits is that they are often easy to do and provide immediate gratification, which makes them tempting. Eating junk food, skipping workouts, procrastinating, and spending money recklessly might not seem harmful in the moment, but over time these small negative actions add up and create significant consequences. Jim Rohn warned against this by saying, "Failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated every day." This means that failure, like success, is not the result of one big mistake, but rather a series of small, poor choices that accumulate over time. The key to success is to be intentional about the small habits we adopt. One way to do this is by designing our environment in a way that makes good habits easier and bad habits harder. If you want to read more, keep books within easy reach instead of your phone. If you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with nutritious foods and remove unhealthy snacks. If you want to be more productive, eliminate distractions and create a workspace that encourages focus. Small changes in our environment can make a huge difference in reinforcing good habits. Another effective strategy is to start small and gradually increase. Many people fail at building habits because they try to do too much at once. They set unrealistic goals, get overwhelmed, and give up. Instead of aiming to work out for an hour every day, start with just 5 minutes. Instead of trying to read an entire book in one sitting, commit to just 1 page a day. Once the habit becomes automatic, you can gradually increase the difficulty. The key is consistency, not intensity. A small habit done consistently is more powerful than a big habit done inconsistently. Accountability also plays a huge role in maintaining small habits. When you have someone to hold you accountable, whether it's a friend, a mentor, or a support group, you are more likely to stick with your habits. Jim Rohn often stressed the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people. If you spend time with disciplined, goal-oriented individuals, you are more likely to adopt their habits and mindset. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with negative or unmotivated people, their habits will influence you in the wrong direction. Tracking progress is another powerful way to stay committed to small habits. When you keep a journal or use a habit tracker, you can see your progress over time, which keeps you motivated. Even if the progress seems slow, seeing how far you've come can be incredibly encouraging. It's also a great way to identify patterns and make adjustments if needed. Ultimately, success is not about making drastic changes, but about mastering the small daily disciplines that move us forward. The most successful people in the world did not get there by luck or by making one big decision. They got there by consistently doing the right things, day after day, even when no one was watching. Jim Rohn's philosophy teaches us that small habits are the foundation of a successful and fulfilling life. By focusing on consistent daily improvements, shaping our identity through our actions, leveraging the power of the compound effect, and being intentional about our choices, we can create extraordinary results over time. The best part is that anyone can do this. No matter where you are in life, you can start today. The question is not whether small habits work, but whether you are willing to commit to them long enough to see the results. So what small habit will you commit to today? It might seem insignificant at first, but if you stick with it, it just might change your life forever.
Personal growth is not something that happens by chance. It is a deliberate process that requires self-discipline and consistent effort. Many people dream of success, happiness, and fulfillment, but few are willing to take the daily steps necessary to make those dreams a reality. Jim Rohn, one of the greatest motivational speakers of all time, emphasized that personal development is the foundation of success. He believed that in order to achieve anything significant in life, one must first work on improving themselves. This improvement does not happen in one giant leap. It happens through small daily habits that build discipline, character, and resilience. Self-discipline is one of the most powerful tools for success. It is the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. Most people struggle with discipline because they rely on motivation, but motivation is unreliable. Some days you wake up feeling inspired and full of energy, ready to take on the world. Other days you feel exhausted, unmotivated, and tempted to procrastinate. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is that successful individuals do not wait for motivation. They rely on discipline. They create routines and stick to them, regardless of how they feel. One of the most effective ways to build self-discipline is to establish strong morning routines. How you start your day determines how the rest of your day will go. If you wake up early, plan your day, exercise, and engage in personal development activities such as reading or journaling, you set yourself up for success. On the other hand, if you wake up late, scroll through social media, and rush through your morning, you are more likely to have an unproductive and stressful day. The key is to create a morning routine that aligns with your goals and stick to it, no matter what. Jim Rohn often said that success is not something you pursue, it is something you attract by becoming the kind of person who deserves it. This means that in order to achieve your goals, you must first work on becoming the person who is capable of achieving them. If you want to be financially successful, you must develop financial discipline, learn about money management, and cultivate a mindset of abundance. If you want to be physically fit, you must develop the habit of exercising and eating well. If you want to build strong relationships, you must work on communication, empathy, and emotional intelligence. Success in any area of life is a reflection of the habits, knowledge, and character traits you develop over time. Another crucial aspect of self-discipline is time management. Many people claim that they don't have enough time to work on their goals, but the truth is that they are simply not managing their time effectively. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, but the way we use those hours determines our success. Jim Rohn believed in the power of planning and prioritization. He advised people to make a list of their most important tasks each day and tackle them first. By focusing on high-impact activities instead of wasting time on distractions, we can make significant progress toward our goals. One of the biggest obstacles to self-discipline is procrastination. People often delay important tasks because they seem difficult, boring, or overwhelming. However, the longer we procrastinate, the more difficult the task becomes. The best way to overcome procrastination is to take immediate action, no matter how small. Even if you don't feel like doing something, commit to working on it for just 5 minutes. More often than not, once you start, you'll find the momentum to keep going. Taking small, consistent actions every day is far more effective than waiting for the perfect moment to get started. Discipline is also about learning to control your thoughts and emotions. Many people allow negative thoughts, self-doubt, and fear to hold them back from achieving their potential. Jim Rohn taught that personal development involves working on your mindset just as much as your skills and habits. He encouraged people to feed their minds with positive information, read uplifting books, listen to motivational speakers, and surround themselves with people who inspire and challenge them. When you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your life. Another important aspect of self-discipline is consistency. Many people start strong but struggle to maintain their efforts over time. They get excited about a new goal, work hard for a few days or weeks, but then lose motivation and fall back into old habits. The key to long-term success is not intensity but consistency. Doing something small every day is far more powerful than doing something big once in a while. Whether it's exercising, learning a new skill, or improving your mindset, the key is to keep going, even when progress feels slow. Building self-discipline also requires accountability. It is much easier to stay committed to your habits when you have someone holding you accountable. This could be a mentor, a friend, a coach, or even a public commitment. When you know that someone else is watching your progress and expecting you to follow through, you are more likely to stay disciplined. Jim Rohn believed in the power of mentorship and often said, find someone who has achieved what you want and learn from them. Having role models and accountability partners can make a huge difference in staying consistent with your personal growth. One of the most rewarding aspects of self-discipline is the sense of accomplishment it brings. When you stick to a habit, overcome obstacles, and see progress, you build confidence and self-respect. You start to believe in yourself and your ability to create the life you want. This creates a positive cycle. Discipline leads to success. Success builds confidence, and confidence fuels more discipline. Over time, you become unstoppable. Ultimately, personal growth and self-discipline are not about making huge sacrifices or depriving yourself of enjoyment. They are about creating a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success. When you develop self-discipline, you gain control over your actions, your time, and your future. You no longer drift through life, reacting to circumstances. You take charge and create the life you want. Jim Rohn's philosophy teaches us that success is not about luck or talent. It is about discipline, habits, and the willingness to work on ourselves every single day. The good news is that self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The habits you develop today will determine your future, and the person you become in the process will define your success. The question is, are you willing to commit to small daily disciplines that will change your life? Are you ready to take control of your habits, your mindset, and your actions? The choice is yours. Success is not reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone willing to put in the work. The journey of personal growth starts with one simple decision: to be disciplined, to take action, and to never stop improving. If you make that commitment today, your future will be transformed forever.
Success in life is not just about intelligence, talent, or luck. It is largely determined by the people we surround ourselves with. The influence of those around us shapes our mindset, our habits, and ultimately our future. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This simple yet powerful idea highlights the importance of carefully choosing the people in our lives. The people we interact with daily have a significant impact on our thoughts, emotions, and actions. They can either lift us up, push us forward, and inspire us to be our best selves, or they can drag us down, fill our minds with negativity, and hold us back from reaching our full potential. One of the most critical aspects of success is the environment we create for ourselves. If we want to achieve great things, we must be intentional about the company we keep. Surrounding ourselves with positive, ambitious, and disciplined individuals can accelerate our personal and professional growth. When we are in the presence of people who set high standards for themselves, we naturally start to raise our own standards. Their mindset, habits, and energy influence us in ways we may not even realize. Without consciously making an effort, we begin to adopt their ways of thinking, their level of discipline, and their approach to challenges. On the other hand, being around negative or unmotivated people can be detrimental to our growth. When we constantly hear complaints, excuses, and pessimistic thoughts, it becomes difficult to maintain a positive mindset. Negativity is contagious, and if we are not careful, it can creep into our own thinking and behavior. It is easy to fall into the trap of mediocrity when we are surrounded by people who settle for less, who make excuses, and who discourage growth. Their mindset becomes our mindset, and without realizing it, we start to lower our own expectations for what is possible in life. To create an environment that fosters success, we must consciously seek out people who inspire us, challenge us, and encourage us to become better. These could be mentors, successful friends, or individuals who have achieved what we aspire to accomplish. Being in their presence allows us to learn from their experiences, absorb their knowledge, and adopt their successful habits. When we see firsthand what is possible, our own belief system expands. We start to think bigger, act with more confidence, and push ourselves beyond our comfort zones. One of the most effective ways to elevate our environment is to build relationships with people who have a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, learn from failures, and continuously strive to improve. When we surround ourselves with such individuals, we become more resilient, more willing to take risks, and more committed to our own growth. Instead of fearing failure, we start seeing it as a stepping stone to success. Instead of avoiding difficulties, we begin to embrace them as opportunities for learning and improvement. Another crucial aspect of surrounding ourselves with the right people is the level of accountability it provides. When we are part of a group of high-achieving individuals, we naturally feel a sense of responsibility to keep up. We don't want to be the one who makes excuses, who gives up, or who stays behind. Being in the presence of successful and disciplined people creates a positive form of pressure that pushes us to be our best. It forces us to take action, stay consistent, and follow through on our commitments. When we see others working hard, pushing past obstacles, and achieving their goals, it reinforces the belief that we can do the same. Finding the right people to surround ourselves with requires intentionality. We must actively seek out individuals who align with our values, goals, and aspirations. This could mean joining mastermind groups, attending networking events, or engaging in communities where like-minded people gather. In today's digital world, we also have the opportunity to learn from great minds through books, podcasts, and online communities. Even if we do not have direct access to successful individuals in our immediate circle, we can still immerse ourselves in their ideas, their teachings, and their way of thinking. At the same time, it is equally important to distance ourselves from negative influences. This does not mean we have to completely cut people out of our lives, but we do need to be mindful of the time and energy we invest in relationships that do not serve our growth. If someone constantly drains our energy, discourages our ambitions, or fills our minds with doubt, we must limit our exposure to them. Protecting our mental and emotional space is crucial to maintaining a mindset of success. Jim Rohn's philosophy teaches us that our associations play a major role in shaping our destiny. If we want to be successful, we must surround ourselves with people who embody the qualities we wish to develop. The right people will inspire us, challenge us, and help us grow into the best version of ourselves. They will push us beyond our limitations, encourage us during difficult times, and celebrate our victories. Their presence in our lives will elevate our standards, expand our vision, and accelerate our progress. The people we surround ourselves with influence everything from our mindset and habits to our opportunities and achievements. If we want to transform our lives, we must start by transforming our environment. The choice is ours. Will we choose to be around people who uplift and inspire us, or will we settle for relationships that hold us back? The answer to this question will determine the trajectory of our future. Success is not just about what we do, it is also about who we do it with. When we make the conscious decision to surround ourselves with winners, with individuals who are striving for excellence, we set ourselves up for greatness. The journey to success becomes easier when we walk alongside those who are on the same path. By choosing our associations wisely, we create an environment that nurtures our potential, fuels our ambition, and leads us to a future filled with success and fulfillment.
The power of gratitude and a positive mindset cannot be overstated. These qualities shape our perceptions, influence our emotions, and ultimately determine the quality of our lives. Jim Rohn believed that the way we think directly impacts the outcomes we experience. If we focus on what is lacking, what is going wrong, or what we do not have, we invite negativity into our lives. On the other hand, if we focus on what we have, what is going well, and what we are grateful for, we cultivate a sense of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Gratitude and a positive outlook are not just feel-good concepts, they are foundational principles for personal growth and success. Gratitude is a powerful force that shifts our mindset from scarcity to abundance. Many people spend their lives chasing more money, more success, more possessions, believing that happiness is always just beyond their reach. They convince themselves that they will be happy once they achieve a certain goal, buy a certain item, or reach a particular milestone. However, this way of thinking keeps happiness permanently in the future, always just out of reach. The truth is that happiness is not something we attain after reaching a goal. It is something we cultivate in the present moment. Gratitude allows us to appreciate what we already have rather than constantly focusing on what we lack. When we practice gratitude daily, we train our minds to see the good in every situation. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and disappointments, but within every difficulty lies an opportunity for growth. Instead of dwelling on problems, grateful people look for lessons. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, they focus on what they can learn. This shift in perspective changes everything. It transforms obstacles into stepping stones, failures into learning experiences, and setbacks into setups for comebacks. Gratitude does not mean ignoring difficulties, it means choosing to find value in them. A positive mindset is equally essential for success. Our thoughts shape our reality. If we constantly tell ourselves that we are not good enough, that success is impossible, or that life is unfair, we create a self-fulfilling prophecy. Negative thinking leads to negative outcomes. However, if we adopt a mindset of possibility, resilience, and confidence, we open ourselves to opportunities, solutions, and success. Rohn taught that we must guard our minds against negativity just as we guard our bodies against illness. We must be careful about the thoughts we entertain, the words we speak, and the influences we allow into our lives. One of the most effective ways to develop a positive mindset is through intentional self-talk. The words we say to ourselves matter. If we constantly criticize ourselves, doubt our abilities, or expect the worst, we weaken our confidence and motivation. But if we speak to ourselves with encouragement, belief, and self-compassion, we build the inner strength needed to face life's challenges. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," we must say, "I will find a way." Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," we must say, "I am constantly improving." The way we speak to ourselves determines the way we feel, and the way we feel determines the way we act. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences is another key to maintaining a strong mindset. The people we spend time with, the books we read, the media we consume, all of these factors shape our thoughts. If we expose ourselves to negativity, gossip, and toxic influences, it is nearly impossible to maintain a positive outlook. But if we surround ourselves with inspiring individuals, uplifting content, and messages of encouragement, we create an environment that nurtures our growth. Rohn often emphasized that personal development is a lifelong journey. Just as we nourish our bodies with healthy food, we must nourish our minds with positive and empowering information. Practicing gratitude and positivity also improves relationships. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate positive energy. When we express gratitude toward others, we strengthen our connections, build trust, and create an atmosphere of appreciation. Whether in personal relationships or professional environments, gratitude fosters goodwill, cooperation, and a sense of belonging. Simple acts of appreciation, thanking a colleague, acknowledging a friend's support, or expressing love to a family member can have a profound impact. When we focus on the good in others, we encourage them to be their best selves. Beyond personal benefits, gratitude and a positive mindset also influence physical and mental health. Studies have shown that people who practice gratitude experience lower stress levels, better sleep, and improved overall well-being. A grateful mind is a peaceful mind. Instead of being consumed by worry, resentment, or frustration, grateful individuals focus on what brings them joy, fulfillment, and meaning. This shift in focus reduces anxiety, boosts resilience, and enhances overall happiness. Developing a habit of gratitude is simple but requires consistency. One of the most effective practices is keeping a gratitude journal. Writing down a few things we are grateful for each day trains our minds to focus on the positive. Even on difficult days, there is always something to be grateful for: a kind word from a friend, a beautiful sunset, the ability to learn and grow. By making gratitude a daily practice, we rewire our brains to recognize and appreciate the abundance in our lives. Another powerful practice is expressing gratitude out loud.
Saying thank you with sincerity, sharing appreciation with loved ones, and acknowledging the contributions of others deepen our sense of connection and joy. Gratitude is not just a personal practice, it is something we share with the world. The more we express gratitude, the more we invite positivity into our lives. Maintaining a positive mindset requires effort, especially in challenging times. Life is unpredictable, and difficulties are inevitable. However, our response to challenges determines our experience. Instead of reacting with frustration or despair, we can choose to respond with optimism and resilience. Every setback carries a lesson, and every challenge presents an opportunity to grow stronger. By focusing on possibilities rather than limitations, we cultivate a mindset that propels us forward rather than holding us back. Jim Rohn's teachings remind us that success is not just about external achievements, it is about internal transformation. A grateful heart and a positive mindset are the foundations of a fulfilled life. They shape our interactions, influence our decisions, and determine how we experience the world. When we focus on what is good, when we appreciate the present moment, and when we cultivate a mindset of abundance, we unlock the true potential within us. The choice to be grateful and positive is always available to us. No matter our circumstances, no matter the challenges we face, we have the power to shift our perspective. When we choose gratitude, we choose happiness. When we choose positivity, we choose success. The more we practice these habits, the more natural they become, until they become a way of life. In the end, the secret to a joyful, successful, and meaningful life lies not in what we have but in how we see and appreciate the world around us.